Yo, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Seven. Let's get into it.
Neighbors heard them screaming at each other like for 2 hours. It was nothing new.
Just look at all the passion on that wall.
Passion has me all the blood on the walls.
The kids see it.
Yeah, the kids see it. Who gives a fuck? He's dead.
I think the reason why Morgan Freeman probably asked that is because that's probably the last thing the kids saw was their parents, pulling the trigger on each other and then or whatever the situation was. And that was the last thing they saw was their the parents just doing that. So I think that was the concern of what Morgan Freeman was saying. It's just sad to think that the last thing you will see as a child is your parents literally just shooting each other or arguing for a few hours and then you know doing that. I think that's the reason why Morgan Freeman asked, because it is sad.
I'd like to get to the precinct if it's all the same. You know, not much time for this transition thing.
Now all this effort to get transferred. It's the first question that popped into my head. You just met me.
Yeah, you're making the assumption. And quitting or retiring.
It would be great for me if we didn't start out kicking each other in the balls.
Well, over the next 7 days, detective, you'll do me the favor of remembering that.
Movie's called Seven. What? Oh, I don't know where this takes place. It's maybe New York, maybe it just or Chicago or some type of big city. That's what it seems like. And I'm guessing 7 days he's retiring. I might fall asleep. The heck was that? Did that person cut off their fingerprint, like their fingerprints off their fingers? That's what it seems like. Them using that little I forgot what they're called, but yeah. But I'm wondering what the seven's gonna represent. Is the 7 days that have hit before he retires, and it's 7 days of craziness, or what? That's kind of, because this is some weird stuff, weird pictures in this intro. Oh.
Yeah, well, I might want to get rid of this little crusty. This eye, Serpico.
She looks familiar. Those coffees have to be cold. It's a lot of rain. You're just gonna leave it? That was very nice of you. Get the 2 coffees.
What time was death established?
Oh, they're at another crime scene. Okay.
But he's had his face in a plate of spaghetti for about 45 minutes now.
Oh,
But this guy's been sitting in a pile of his own piss and shit.
45 minutes too. It literally was recent.
How many times has Barney Fife found dead bodies and they're dead?
Was there a nasty smell? Ooh,
I think we've got a record here.
a record of what? Oh shit.
Guy's heart's gotta be the size of a canned ham.
That's what will you see? Oh wow.
Wait a minute.
What?
What was that in the back of his head?
Detective Mills, would you go help the officers question the neighbors?
Brad Pitt doesn't seem too happy because he's doing some of the work that he was hoping not to do and actually sit there and be a detective. But I think it's probably considered part of the job to investigate and also ask questions and so on. But understanding too that he wants to actually be in the middle of the scene trying to figure out. But he's very vocal, and obviously Morgan Freeman's not vocal or great on communication when they're wanting to sit and think. And these are definitely 2 different takes of how people do work. There's individuals who want to think out loud, and kind of discuss everything. I'm kind of in between that. And I mean, then there's the other where you kind of want to you do want to communicate, but it needs to be very minimal. And I'm kind of in the middle when it comes to that especially specific things. Oh,
He's dead.
yeah. did that person get stuffed? Because for there to be vomit, like, and to be tied up, especially in a plate of spaghetti being in front of them, and it seems like all the other food, because it was hella roaches. Like, was he being like forced fed? The prosthetic that they used for that person, put the swelling of the body. That's crazy. That's disgusting. That's wild. That's sad. Like I know there's like competitions and stuff as for of forceful eating and things like that, and your stomach is able to expand so much. But some people train for that. But I genuinely hate it. I think it's very disgusting. And I know there's individuals too that do binge eat when it comes to stress and so on and so forth, and other issues. But this is not either of that. This is extreme of, and I'm like I said, I'm speculating, but for them to continuously shove food down their throat, it seems like, and then having to vomit when they did vomit into buckets, it's just, that's wild. Like I said, I'm speculating, but if that is the case, that's why, that's disgusting. That's very sad for that person who died like that. That's, damn.
You've seen my files, right? You've seen the things I've done.
Nope.
It's hella rain.
Just don't be jerking me off. That's all I ask. Don't jerk me off.
He wants some type of respect. Oh.
Dead a long time, and I can tell you it was not for poison.
Oh, he was in The Machinist. Just literally watch that.
Now look at this. See how big this stomach is? He's got lines of distension across the duodenum, and the interior wall is ripped open.
Wow.
So he did die by eating?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Coroner said this could have gone on for more than 12 hours.
12 hours.
Probably.
Oh, he's in the film.
There was
Oh, okay.
definitely a point when he passed
Oh,
out.
this cast is wild.
You don't risk the time it takes to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That means the killer stopped in the middle of everything and made a second trip to the supermarket.
Wow. I agree from Morgan Freeman's perspective, because for you to, if you're very upset with someone in that very moment and you want to have revenge or whatever you're going to do, you would hope no one would do it. But from their perspective, if that person wanted to kill that other person, it would be pull out a gun, do a drive-by, a knife, stab him, whatever the case might be. For the second road is for you to plan it, for you to think about what you want to do to that person, and then actually executing it right. Then for the third road, which is, because in the second road, it could be midway, you're like, what the hell am I doing? Or when you actually get there, you're like, oh, this is very stupid of me, what am I doing? Then not do it. Or you do it and you're like, oh, that's enough, I'm just going to pull the trigger or stab him or whatever and end it, right? But there's the third road, which is this person planned it, did it, then went, we should do it, we should, continue to do this more. I'll be right back, buddy. Go back to the store, get more items, and come back. Like, that right there is a major detail, and for Brad Pitt to kind of overlook it a little bit, like, that's wild. That's definitely a huge piece, and possibly stopping them or finding some type of motive or understanding to possibly lead to the person. But that's wild that this, whoever it is, took their time to go back to the store and continuously feed them until they bursted. That shit's wild.
Not three.
No motive.
Yeah, no motive.
Hey, man, I'm right here. You can say that shit to my face, Captain.
It's too soon for you.
Thing, maybe it'd be better.
Shut up, Mills. Look. I'm sorry, old buddy, but it looks like you're stuck cleaning up the fat man.
Yeah, I get that. You're wanting to retire with whatever, having something on your brain all the way to the end and not knowing if it gets figured out or not.
I'll answer questions for 10 minutes, and 10 minutes only.
Oh my gosh, what movie was...
I'll discuss the details of this ongoing investigation, so don't even bother asking.
Are they asking about the guy who was overfed, or is this another case?
What you guys got for me?
Oh, it's another case.
Defense attorney Eli Gould was found murdered this morning.
So yeah, that's oh, greed. It's a lawyer. Why did they do that? Is it looking at something? Some Da Vinci Code?
Someone broke into his law firm and bled him to death. Wrote the word greed on the floor. What in the hell are you gonna do with yourself out there, Somerset?
Yeah, are you trying to convince him to stay?
You're not gonna be a cop anymore.
That's the whole idea. While he's lying there on the sidewalk, helpless, his attacker stabs him in both eyes.
Mixed in with food. Looks like plastic, little pieces of plastic.
Set him on the desk, please.
Well, that's nasty.
They were fed to him.
Huh. I'm trying to think. The first one is the person that just happened was greed, and this one's ingesting a lot of food. So wouldn't it be gluttony? I'm wondering if the 7 is the 7 deadly sins. If they're referencing that, I don't know. Like I said, this is all speculation. But at the same time, it's an attorney, so I don't know. Maybe it's not related. But for the movie to display this two cases the way they are is interesting. What are you seeing? Oh. Oh. That was stuffed in his stomach? Gluttony. Yep, I knew it.
This was found behind the same refrigerator, written in grease. There are 7 deadly sins, Captain.
Gluttony, greed, yep.
Sloth,
Yep.
wrath, pride, lust, and envy.
Envy, yep.
That's not even my desk.
That's wild. 5 more people. Possibly 5 more people. Maybe even more people that are involved in whatever. Oh, he's at the library. Well, that was very nice for them to give him the hookup like this. Be able to have the whole library to himself, do research, things like that. It's nice.
All these books, a world of knowledge at your fingertips.
Yeah, we got culture coming out of there.
Well, that's nice. Sounds like a nice time. They gotta pass the time. They gotta stay up all night, probably watching the library. Even though he doesn't want to be a part of it, he's still doing research. He's still involved, but he doesn't want to be involved. He still is invested.
Molly, really gonna miss us.
I just might.
Oh, that was nice of him. Made a little packet thing for him to try to help him out. Oh, that was nice. Is it for dummies? Like a breakdown, like Cliff Notes type of ordeal. Nice. I'm not gonna lie, I would have stayed out there until his 7 days was done. Or like 4 or 5 days now or whatever.
Phone.
It's a package deal. Comes with the office.
Huh.
Okay.
Wish.
She'd like to speak to you.
Yes, thank you very much.
See you later. Did they invite him to dinner or something?
On what?
She hella hung up on him. Is he not gonna say anything?
How's that? Tonight.
She's the boss, yeah.
William, I'd like you to meet David. David, this is good.
Oh, the babies.
I understand you two were high school sweethearts.
Oh,
Oh, don't worry. I won't wear it to the dinner table.
Is his gun?
Why aren't you married, William?
Oh, Trace.
Me finds me disagreeable. Just ask your husband.
Yeah, the train you gotta get used to for sure.
Then I start wondering why will he only bring us here for 5 minutes at a time, yeah?
The soothing, relaxing, vibrating home.
That sucks.
Gould was bound. Right arm was left free. He was handed a butcher's knife.
Oh.
Check out the scale.
1 pound of flesh, no more, no less. To sit and decide which cut to make first.
1 pound of just pure garnet, pure meat.
Cut along the side of his own stomach.
Ooh.
Item, one detail, and focus on it until it's an exhaustive possibility.
Wouldn't it be the picture with the wife? With the I'm guessing the wife with the
Teaching.
Punish.
oh.
It's when you regret your sins, but not because you love God.
Well, like because someone's sticking a fucking
Yeah.
gun in your face.
But in my mind, I would accept the shot to the head, to be honest, rather than the torturous act that was occurring.
First thing they teach women in rape prevention is always yell fire. You holler fire, they come
Yeah,
running.
that it is effed up. Yeah,
I put her in a safe house. She wasn't too happy about it.
she wasn't too happy about it. They're willing to help you out, put you in a safe house, protect you.
But that's the one thing.
Yep. Oh, they got. Did they get called in the middle of the night?
Okay, I need you to look at each photo very carefully.
It sucks to ask that, but you kind of have to. But that's.
It's got to be now. There may be something we haven't seen.
This painting, it's upside down.
Upside down. Oh, there might be something else behind that. Yeah. Okay, not okay. Maybe inside.
God damn it!
Maybe it's no, not in the wall. No, that would make no sense.
See this? This is us. Honestly, have you ever seen anything like this?
I know I haven't. Oh, help me.
I don't know, man.
I've seen this baby take as long as 3 days to make a match, so maybe you guys want to cross your fingers somewhere else.
3 days.
Putting everything in the neat little piles and filing it away in the off chance it will ever be needed in the courtroom.
Oh yeah, you can see it like that. It sucks to think like that because you're wanting to solve everything and create some type of closure, peace, or whatever, some justice, right? But it not understanding too, you can't solve every little thing either. Sometimes you're put in that position that you just cannot solve. It just sucks.
We're getting somewhere.
Yeah. Hopefully they're able to stop it before it gets to Se7en.
Wake up, Glimmer Twins. You've got a winner.
Their fingerprints go through?
Victor dabbled in drugs, armed robbery, and assault.
Look who's in the front. He's a good actor. Oh my gosh. He was also in he was in Scrubs. Yeah.
His lawyer, by the way, is recently deceased Eli.
Oh, that's a very interesting detail. So basing off of what I just received, it wouldn't make sense then that this would not be the possible serial killer / psychopath, whatever word you want to use for this person. It wouldn't make any sense because they're not done with their 7 sins that they're going through. There's still a few more. So for this person to expose themselves that easily makes no sense at all, especially having that direct connection to the lawyer. This makes no sense. This looks like it's a redirection or a trap or something, and this person might be part of the next sin, possibly. That's what it's looking like, because that makes no sense if that was the case, because this person wouldn't expose themselves this easily. or ask for help. I don't. This person seems too smart to be playing to basically want this until they reach their end goal, unless they've already reached their end goal. But we got a lot more into the movie, so that wouldn't make any sense.
Our killer seems to have more purpose.
So I definitely understand Morgan Freeman's thinking. But at the same time, you gotta try to capitalize on what information you do have, right?
Riding in that ambulance. Well, he died right there. Right there.
That's rough. That sucks. That guy being a metiche, bro. Get out of the area. Being nosy.
SWAT goes before dicks.
Last door, I'm guessing? The last few doors? Why, oh... That's hella, those car smell to make your car smell good. I can't think of... There's hella of them. Is this supposed to be something?
Oh, fuck me.
Dex!
Oh, shit.
No one touches anything.
Some kind of friggin' wax sculpture or something.
Sloth.
This picture was dated 3 days ago.
Oh. Oh my. Is he still alive? He's barely alive. Maybe.
It's dated exactly 1 year ago today.
1 year. He's still alive.
We have to divorce ourselves from emotion here. No matter how hard it is, we have to remain focused on the narrative.
That's your picture. Oh, yeah? Detective Mills. M-I-L-L-S. Fuck off.
It's impressive to see a man feeding off his emotions.
It's okay to be emotional at times, but also understand you gotta try your best to be calm and objective and just look at the detail. That's just wild though. Wow.
An antibiotic, which must have been administered to keep the bed sores from infecting.
Oh yeah, those are bad sores. Oh. Ooh.
He chewed off his own tongue long ago.
Damn.
He's experienced about as much pain and suffering as anyone I've encountered, give or take. And he still has hell to look forward to.
You're the only person that I know here. There's no one else.
What, is she good? What's happening here? I haven't ate yet. Those eggs look hella good. Eggs, frijoles, tortilla. Oh.
Tell him how you feel.
She don't want to be there.
I can't be a burden.
He wants to be. Oh, I see. Brad Pitt wants to be in the middle of everything. Really try to make a difference. And she just doesn't want to be here.
Did David tell you that I teach 5th grade? Well, I did.
Oh.
David and I are gonna have a baby.
Oh. Congrats.
I don't think I'm the one to talk to about this. How can I bring a child into a world like this? How can a person grow up with all this around them? There's not a day that passes that I don't wish that I had made a different choice.
But each individual has their mindset. It's their own decision on how they want to handle it, yeah.
That's your decision.
Yeah.
You spoil that kid every chance you get.
Yeah. Envy, wrath, pride, and lust.
A landlord's dream. Paralyzed tenant with no tongue.
Who pays the rent on time?
Dancing around in his grandma's panties. Yeah, rubbing himself in peanut butter.
Peanut butter, alright.
We walked into that apartment exactly 1 year after he tied Victor to the bed.
Yeah, 1 year.
Imagine the will it takes to keep a man bound for a full year.
Yeah.
To insert tubes into his genitals.
Oh, I did not know he did that. Oh, wow.
Just because the fucker's got a library card doesn't make him Yoda.
Oh, a library. I didn't. He has a library card?
Where are we going? Library.
Is it grabbing all those type of books and trying to narrow down the list of people who's rented those books? Maybe that's what I would think. Because if they have a library card, they would technically keep track of the books that they've read.
Could you at least sit across from me? I don't want people thinking we're dating.
I guess.
Yeah, help yourself. Well, that was money well spent.
I'm guessing is he gonna get names of people who, but yeah, that's not public information, so I definitely get that.
I'm trusting you more than I trust most people.
Good, because I'm about ready to punch you.
This man, bro.
See, for years, the FBI has been hooked into the library system, keeping records,
Yes, right.
monitoring reading habits.
Certain books are flagged, right? Yep.
Can't get a library card without an ID in a current phone bill. At least you're out of the office.
Yeah, but it's a. I mean,
Neither do you.
Exactly.
hey, it's better than nothing. You gotta try something, right?
Of human bondage.
Not what you think.
Okay. You were saw John Doe.
Yeah, John Doe. That's.
Excuse me, sir. Are you by any chance a serial killer?
Well, you don't want to yell that, say that so out loud, especially by the door.
Put that silver tongue of yours to work.
No. I've been talking to my wife. Charlie's fucking Angels. Name off a computer.
Oh. Oh shit. Oh, this is wild. So they technically got him. Are you sure you're going the right direction or? Oh, what a slide. Oh, what the heck is that? Oh, he hurt his leg. Hey, there's some blood. You guys, some DNA right there. Well, I mean, if they know it's Jonathan Doe, but that's the thing. Is that his actual real name? I don't know. And we haven't seen a face, so I don't know who the actor's actually who's playing that character. He's running pretty fast over his leg to be bleeding out and him running that fast. Like, oh, if any of those cars would have hit him, this movie might be a lot shorter. I don't like this. Oh. You're kidding me. Goodness. Oh, you got a big cut.
I can't tell anyone about that.
Yeah.
The fucking guy will walk. Now, is that what you want?
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. We need a reason to knock on this door.
Yeah, it sucks, and I definitely agree with Brad Pitt with the amount of anger, but Morgan Freeman's right. Brad Pitt don't give a crap.
No point in arguing anymore. Unless you can fix that.
I did what you said.
Here you go. You get something to eat.
That was nice and smart. I mean, that sometimes sucks because that's how you kind of work around the system, but in this particular situation, it's definitely required and needed. Because damn, the hell's in this apartment? Oh, that's hella aspirin. Oh, that's quite a few locks on that door. Oh, the same soup cans. Oh.
Victor.
I did not know he didn't have one of his hands. Each box is for one of them. That's the fourth one. Is all the other ones there too? Oh. I'll be kind of scared to go in that room and see what the hell's in there. This is a big ass apartment. Dang. Those journals were in the intro. Yeah. That's a lot of writing. What did he find?
What?
We had him.
Fucking photographer on the fucking stairs.
Yeah, but you don't feel so bad. You didn't know, but dang, this man confronted. He confronted them.
We haven't found a fingerprint yet.
Well, I mean, the intro showed him chopping his fingerprints off his fingers.
There are 2,000 notebooks on these shelves, and each notebook contains about 250 pages.
Ooh. And I understand too, 2,000 pages, 2,000 books, 250 pages plus the little small writing he does. Ooh.
But I suddenly threw up all over him.
Oh. He hella hit his phone. Or
I respect you law enforcement agents more every day. I'll be readjusting my schedule in light of today's little setback.
why is his voice sound familiar?
I feel like saying more, but I don't want to ruin the surprise.
The surprise.
Pisses in a cap on stage and then drinks it. Performance song.
I guess if that's our performance art. They found the. Oh man. Is it a club or something? I'm not gonna lie, he hella scary. Yeah, lust. Oh, he's in this movie. Oh shit, what the hell's on him? What? Oh.
Then he told me to fuck her.
Ah.
And I did. I fucked her.
Bro, why didn't you just take the bullet?
Oh God, he had a gun in my mouth.
Ah, bro, I would have said pull the fucking trigger.
Fuck!
In any of these situations, I would have just been like, pull the damn trigger. I ain't doing shit. I'm not gonna please you and your insanity. I'm good. Pull the damn trigger. It's fine. Now he's mentally scarred forever, and that woman is dead from in taking all that terrible, nasty pain. With a knife attack. That's wild.
You want to be a champion. Well, let me tell you, people don't want a champion. Nurtures apathy as if it was a virtue. It's easier to beat a child than it is to raise it. Love costs. It takes effort and work.
Yeah.
You care.
You want to know? Damn right.
And you're going to make a difference.
But you would like to, right?
You want to believe him? Because you quit him.
Mm.
It's a fucking mess. We should all go live in a fucking log cabin. I don't agree with you. I can't.
Pause. You see that Brad Pitt? He has a big heart, and he wants to make change. He wants to help. He wants to whatever, right? He wants to have justice for help people out, so on and so forth, right? Morgan Freeman probably had the same aspirations, the same energy level, but lost that over seeing a lot, right? And just seeing people, it's just a lot. But I think there needs to be a balance, and that's why I agree with both of them in the sense of there needs to be a balance between you being realistic, not trying your best to try to take everything to heart, but there also needs to be that energy level that Brad Pitt's bringing, which is you're wanting to care, you're wanting to feel like you can solve this, but also not having so many high expectations that it slowly drowns you. And I think that's what Morgan Freeman's trying to display, because with him, he probably had really high expectations many a times when he probably was younger or in the beginning of his time as a detective, and it just drained him because him having these expectations and not actually, those expectations not actually being fulfilled, of like solving cases and being, happy town after, or whatever, life is great after and you're a hero. And I think Brad Pitt needs to understand that there needs to be a balance to that. You're wanting to try help people. You're wanting to, you know, do the right things and everything else and solve the cases, but understanding don't have such high expectations that it will slowly tear you down, where you end up really not caring, like in the position of Morgan Freeman, where he does care, but he's very numb to it to an extent, and he's tired. So you're wanting to have a nice balance.
I've gone and done it again.
Well, he called it in this time. Or I don't know if he's called in every time, but...
What did it?
Sliced her up, and he bandaged her.
Boy, you can put yourself out of your own misery.
Damn. That's wild.
Come on.
Cut off her nose.
Despite her fit, yeah. Is that supposed to be him?
You're looking for me.
That's Kevin Spacey.
The fuck is this?
I'd like to speak to my lawyer, please.
But he didn't go through 07 sins.
No credit history, no employment record.
Oh.
I'm telling you, there's no way he would just turn himself in. It doesn't make any sense.
For the first time ever, you and I are in total agreement.
That's what I'm saying.
He's 2 murders away from completing his masterpiece.
Oh, it is 2 more.
But only Detectives Mills and Somerset. Only at 6 o'clock today.
What the hell?
$3,000 suit and that smug smile on your face, dealing for that piece of shit.
Rep is not wrong.
We all know with the extreme nature of these crimes, I could get him off with such a plea.
Yeah.
He will sign a full confession, plead guilty right now. Us would have a field day if they were to find out the police didn't seem too concerned about finding them.
Yeah.
And blood from a third party, as yet unidentified.
Oh.
If John Doe's head splits open and a UFO should fly out, I want you to have expected it.
Hey man, if I was to accidentally shave off a nipple, would it be covered by workman's comp?
This is wild. This is gonna be interesting how this plays out.
What?
What was he wanting to say? That must have hurt. With whoever had the earphones in. Dang, Kevin Spacey, you hella eyeballing Brad Pitt. Okay, now this is where the question lies. There's a third individual that there's blood on him. So that's the one body, right? Technically, maybe, most likely. Where's the second body? Was this done days ago? Years ago, weeks ago? You know what I mean? I don't know.
That wouldn't be shocking enough. We've got newspapers to think about, yeah?
You can't just tap them on the shoulder anymore. You have to hit them with a sledgehammer.
He's not wrong. Like people don't like to. A lot of people need to use their Q-tips and clean their ears. I agree with that part. But I don't agree with this whole message. But I agree with that little piece. People don't listen. Some dramatic needs to happen before they finally listen. And then do they even follow through with it?
People will barely be able to comprehend.
Could the freak be any more vague? So when this big thing happens, you be sure and let me know.
What's so special about the next 2?
You won't miss a thing.
This has to be a setup of something.
Masturbating in your own feces. Do you just stop and go, it is amazing how fucking crazy I really am?
What a scenario.
To me, that you're overlooking a glaring contradiction. If your hand was forced, it seems strange to me that you would get such enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem in keeping with martyrdom, does it?
Yeah.
I doubt I enjoyed it any more than Detective Mills would enjoy time alone with me in a room without windows.
That hurts my feelings.
Innocent?
Is that supposed to be fun?
Oh, he triggered him for sure.
A disgusting man who could barely stand up? A man who, if you saw him while you were eating, you wouldn't be able to finish your meal. This is a man who dedicated his life to making money by lying, to keeping murderers and rapists on the street. In a world this shitty, could you even try to say these were innocent people and keep a straight face? We see a deadly sin on every street corner, in every home, and we tolerate it.
There's a lot to unpack what John Doe said, but I think the issue with his character that Kevin Spacey plays is that his character sees everything in black and white. And there are sometimes circumstances, that situations that occur that kind of puts people in a situation where they do sin. And if they do sin, that does not mean they automatically deserve to die or whatever, based off of obviously the individual's belief. And the only reason why I say that when it comes to situations is, for example, the idea of gluttony. Gluttony is about consumption itself. And individuals do sometimes consume because of stress relief, if it's binge eating, if it's drugs, if it's alcohol or whatever, to be able to escape life from it. And like I said, it's not an excuse, but at the same time, that does not automatically equate to you being murdered or you being killed or you being automatically sent to wherever because of possibly something that occurred in their life that caused them trauma. Sometimes people who do binge eat is because of child trauma and other issues. So understanding that, it becomes a gray area at times when it comes to our lives as humans, and understanding that.
Because you're going to be remembered after this.
Remember after this.
And I seem to remember breaking your face.
Yeah.
You're a fucking t-shirt, at best.
A t-shirt. Oh, this is going to get rough at the end. I don't know what the heck is going to be presented to us, but this is going to be rough.
Stay.
Oh.
What time is it?
Why?
I'd like to know.
In the afternoon? The heck is coming? A van?
There he goes. It's good we have some time to talk.
What the heck is happening?
I got this package for this guy, David. David Mills.
David Mills?
I'm sending the driver out on foot. I'm gonna open it.
When I said I admired you, I meant what I said.
I don't know if y'all open it. I don't know if it's a bomb or what. Yeah, you gotta be careful. I'm guessing it's a head of something. What was the last two sins?
I'm trying to tell you how much I admire you. And your pretty wife.
No way that's her head.
Visited your home this morning. After you'd left. I tried to taste the life of a simple man. I took a souvenir. Her pretty head.
Fuck.
Seems that envy is my sin.
Oh, what's in the box?
And he is wrath.
You lie! You're a fucking lie!
Fuck.
Become wrath. She begged for her life.
Shut up.
And for the life of the baby.
Fuck. Shit. Damn.
He didn't know.
Oh, God! Oh, God!
Maybe you shouldn't have done that, but you can't blame him. Fuck. I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have done the same shit. I try my best to be objective as possible, but fuck that. Like, but at the same time, he won. Shit, that's tough. That's wild. Somebody gotta call somebody.
The world is a fine place and worth fighting for. I agree with the second part.
So this was a wonderful, sad, crazy film. Just wild. I did want to discuss a few things, but one of them right away is I hope nothing happens to Brad Pitt's character, Mills. I understand that it wasn't okay for him to pull the trigger, and understanding that, but the whole ordeal with that is there's the idea of what normal justice, I guess, and then there's frontier justice. Even though this doesn't fully apply per se, but with frontier justice, it's the idea of the family actually hanging or killing the person who actually maybe killed their family member. You know, that whole idea of frontier justice. Then there's a normal court justice where the system kind of decides there and there. Technically, this was a frontier justice in a sense where but it was technically wrath. That was all anger. That was all frustration, revenge off of what he did to his wife. What Kevin Spacey did, chopped her head off. But his movie was great. It definitely brought a conversation to some of the ideas of how we do tolerate things. I did enjoy and appreciate seeing like the two different approaches that we were presented from Brad Pitt's character, which was very young, wanting to move forward, kind of wanted to solve things, and honestly, on the other hand, kind of a hothead at times. And he had the calm, conservative, very patient version of or other character of Morgan Freeman. You had the kind of two-ish polar opposites, trying to solve this case and seeing that Kevin Spacey can take advantage of Brad Pitt's character. And I'm just wondering with the envy part, did the envy part kick in after he took those photos? Because if he supposedly started this a few years, the concept, the idea, him writing those books, you know, those things, and then he gets to a point where, or whatever how many years it is, but then he starts exactly 1 year from when they found that guy tied to the bed, and is probably dead because of shock, no matter what. Because yeah, so that's what I'm saying is that from there on, did he ever actually get envious of someone, or was it until Brad Pitt appeared? And then that's where my question kind of lies on that, is where would that timeline actually land, where the timeline actually is. And that's definitely an interesting thought of where was his mindset when it came to that part, because he already had all the other ones lined up, besides wrath also actually, because when envy then kicks in, if it becomes to that extreme, you have someone who wants fully revenge on you. And for him, he needed to actually make that point or be envious of someone for Rat to appear, because if that wasn't the case, he would literally need to dig deep to actually find a 2-3 people and their situation, try to persuade that person to unleash wrath on the other. So this needed to technically happen for his plan to work. It needed to be him. He needed the one to be dead. And I think he knew that, and that's why. But like I said, he had to be truly envious of someone. He was envious of Brad Pitt's character, which was just horrible and disgusting. How like, it's just wild. This was a crazy movie. I could probably talk about this movie a little bit longer, but I think I've talked a lot. It was a really interesting journey. It was a very good movie. Very sad to see what actually occurred and some of the effed up things that we definitely saw when it came to probably the two or the few that actually really got me. Well, all of them was messed up, but if I had to choose the one, I think lust and maybe even gluttony was probably two of the roughest deaths. there was pride with her face literally ripped apart. There was that man who for 1 year was truly tortured. Like, I don't know. I guess for the moment of them having to deal with whatever, it was probably gluttony and lust, which was the two craziest. But it's very, very like minuscule, like, because all of them was wild in their own way. Yeah, because then you have literally Brad Pitt's wife head plus the kid. Like, what happened to those dogs too? Like, did he also kill those dogs? Because those dogs were locked up in the room. So he probably did whatever, and he possibly killed the dogs or not. I don't know, but it's just, and like I said, there's probably a whole bunch of symbolism and things like that. But like, I could only catch so much. See, being the first time I ever watched it, and I believe I caught a lot. I caught a lot, maybe as much as not everyone else, or um, a lot more meaning to this movie. But I definitely caught a solid amount. But I mean, I would appreciate if y'all can add more to it. It would be nice. I'll probably watch it again after I'm done editing it, just so I can catch stuff. But yeah, I do appreciate y'all, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.